Proceed with the contest. Contestant number 6, Joe Peach Graves. Race day. Race day, Joe Peach Graves.
On your mark, get set, bang. Those were the sounds that started the race that would change my life. Have you ever had to run for something important? Maybe you were running for political office or trying to get to work on time, or maybe you were just running for the bathroom. No matter what you're running for, you understand the thrill and the pressure that comes with running for something. Contest Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and all of you people who are running for something. It was race day, the championship meet. And in my junior year, we hosted it. It was really cool hosting the race because then the people in the stands are people you actually knew. Parents, teachers, that girl you liked that didn't know you existed. I love track. I was pretty good. And for the most part, I was confident. Except today. About midway through the race, my captain walked up to me and said, "Hey, Joe, I'm going to need you to run anchor in the 4x4 relay." This was a huge deal. The anchor is the final runner and usually the fastest, and the 4x4 relay is the last race of the meet. The anchor would carry the team on their shoulders as they crossed the finish line. I was so terrified. What if I drop the baton? What if I mess up? What if I don't win? I was trembling. My captain looked at me and said something I will never forget. He said, "Joe, run your race and do your best." I took those words in and it calmed me. I took them with me as I walked to my spot and I sat to stretch out. All of my teammates around, I could see all the competitors and the stands were full. Standing over in the corner, I saw my rivals. We were always number 1 and number 2. And have you ever seen a group of people that just look sneaky? You know, like, yeah, that's how they looked. When the race began, I saw what they had done. Their fastest runner was going first. I told you, usually the fastest runner is the anchor. It was as though he was saying, "Man, he's not even worth my time to run against." I got to admit, I took it a little bit personally. But there was nothing I could do. The race was going to begin. When the race started, he took off like a bat out of hell. And when he came around the track and passed off his baton, he had a 5-second lead on our runner. That's huge in the 4x4 relay, but he was their fastest. We still had a chance. Our second runner took off, and when he came in, the lead had been extended by 2 seconds. Now, at this time, I could see the crowds stand up and get ready to leave. You know, it's that moment in the game where you know it's over, so you don't want to have to deal with parking. I looked over and I could see our rivals laughing. They thought they had already won. And for the first time in my life, I felt myself get angry for the right reason. I said to myself, "Run your race and do your best." When their final runner came in, they had extended the lead by 2 seconds. By the time I got the baton, their runner was nearly a quarter way around the track, but I put my head down and I said, "Run your race and do your best." I took off faster than I had ever run before. And when I came around the first corner, the wind hit me in the chest like a freight train. I could feel the pain in my muscles and it was getting harder to breathe, but I kept my head down and I just said, run your race and do your best. Out of the corner of my ear, I could hear something happening in the stands. I didn't want to look up. I just kept my head down and I said, run your race and do your best. By the time I hit the end of the straightaway, the crowd was so loud, I had to look up and see what was going on. And right in front of me, so close I could touch him, was my rival. No longer was I afraid. He was. And I just said to myself, run your race and do your best. As we came around the final turn, we were neck and neck. My body was screaming in pain, and every breath was like a dagger in my chest. But I kept saying, run your race and do your best. As we crossed the finish line, I fell to the ground. The crowd was going wild, and my team ran up to help me up. We looked at the results. I came in second. And I was so excited. It didn't matter what place I came in. I had a mentor later in my life tell me, all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is always enough. Just be sure and do all you can do. What race are you running? Are you afraid? Well, run your race and do your best. Did things change without your permission? Run your race and do your best. Did you start with a huge disadvantage? Run your race and do your best. Now, it's your time to run. On your mark, get set, bang! Contest Toastmasters.